Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bloody Ninja. Now, today, I would like to talk about my experience with one particular girl. This girl makes me laugh sometimes. Uh, and I can't obviously tell you her name, so I'm just going to hide her name and give her an alias. Let's say, what alias? Chantelle. Right. Chantelle, right, right. Mm. The thing about first time I met Chantelle, she was I was in secondary school, so was she. She was in a different secondary school. I had a friend called John who was talking to Chantelle, and Chantelle wanted to have sex with John. So she came around his house with me there and a couple of other friends. And then Chantelle proceeded to get naked when the room was dark. We were playing music. She proceeded to get naked in front of all of us, like five of us, four of us guys. She brought a cousin along who was like 15 or 14 at the time. This was years back, years ago. She proceeded to get naked and started tossing off John. Now, be aware, this room, it was in a house, yeah, it was in a flat, but the room was one tiny room. It was a tiny, very tiny, small room. It was the size of, how can I say? My room is actually bigger than it. Yeah, anyway, the room was tiny, so there was only one bed, and we were all sharing it. She proceeded to get naked, do a strip tease, and toss off John. She started tossing him off and playing with him, but he didn't come, obviously. Yeah. And then, years later, years has passed. Give or take 4 years, 3 years. Right, years have passed. She's now interested in me. Because one time I walked her home. So she's now interested in me. Right? So she comes to John's house. That's where me and my friends, all of us hang out. We go and get drunk and stuff like that. We go to John's house. Again, she goes in John's room, but she doesn't do a striptease this time. She wears a very sexy outfit. And then, because I heard from her friends that she likes me. So I started talking to her, trying to move into her, but obviously, if you haven't seen my previous video before, women play hard to get. And and then I started touching her leg, so she played hard to get. She moved my arm away, but she still liked me. And then I said, okay. Went to the kitchen, got myself a beer, started talking to another friend of mine. We're talking. And then he's smoking, and then I leave him smoking, go back into the bedroom, and I see Chantelle is laying on the bed, but she's laying sideways facing the window on her sides, facing the window, not talking to anyone. And I'm wondering what's wrong. And one of my friends take me out. Let's call him Jay. Jay takes me outside into the corridor between the kitchen and the bedroom. Started talking to me, saying, "Yeah, Moses, she likes you and stuff like that. She wants you to make a move on her." So I did. I laid right next to her, trying to spoon her, filling up her leg. She pushed me away. And then another friend of hers, of Chantel's, came. She was well acquainted with John, the friend. She was well acquainted with John. I don't know if they slept together or what. I have no clue. But she knew John. So John said, can you get another bottle for us? So it's like 4 of us in a room. We're drinking beers, and they want us to buy another bottle of vodka or Hennessy. So she says, okay, I'll buy you a bottle of Hennessy or something. We went there. We went to the shop. As we were going to the shop, I was trying to talk to her, make a move on her, thinking, how am I going to do this? Then I started talking to her, and she will play how to get no. But my friends tell me, and then as we were walking to the shop, as I was making a move on her, my friends told me, nah, she likes you, Moses. She likes you. She likes you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Your friends are just playing with you. But her friends told me that she likes me. So it was a dodgy situation, so I didn't know. Right? Anyway, as we were walking back to the shop, as we were walking to the shop, this is a long road. It's a very long road. As we were walking to the shop, she started walking further and further away from everyone. As she was walking further and further away, my friend John was telling me, okay, bloody ninja, I'll tell you this now. I'll make a move on her if you're not. I'm gonna make a move on her if you're not. I was making a move on her and she's walking away. I don't know what to do now. I'm stuck. So I tried making a move on her on the way back. After the shop, after we bought a bottle, started trying to make a move on her in the shop, but she pushed me away. So we go back into John's house, right? And at John's house, she was talking to the friend who I was talking to. The next thing, I went back to John's room, started drinking some more beers, trying to contemplate trying to understand what the hell is going on. And then, God, uh, oh, what happened? And then, Chantelle. And sorry about this. This is my first time really talking about a story on YouTube. I'm not good at explaining, as you can tell. And then I walked back to the kitchen and then saw them outside. And she was the friend who I was talking to, let's say Mark. Mark was stroking her leg, and she was looking at me, and they were both looking at me. And then I walked back into the kitchen, and then I walked back to the bedroom saying, okay, this is done. She's with Mark now. And my friends were telling me, no, she's trying to make you jealous. So at that time, I gave up. I just said, I'm going to drink and then go home. So I went home. I don't know what happened to her. I just left her. Years, another few years passed. 2 years or so. 2 years and a couple of months, I mean. She walks, she meets me in town. I'm doing work experience right now because I just finished college. So I'm doing work experience to try and get a job straight away because I dropped out of college. And she's doing the same thing. So we start talking, just a small chat, saying hi, how are you, and stuff like that. She tells me she's doing work experience. I tell her I'm doing the same thing. And she tells me what store, and I tell her what store I'm working at. And then she asks me for a cigarette. And then I gave her a cigarette. Oh yeah, by the way, I smoke as well. So I gave her a cigarette. And then she said, can you give me one for my boyfriend? I'm like, what? Who's your boyfriend? So I thought it was Mark. She said, no, it's another guy. So she's been sleeping around. Right. I didn't give her the cigarette, of course, because I paid for it with my own money, which I was getting from work at the side, because I was doing work experience, but I was getting money, doing gardening as well. And then she said, come on, bloody, you've been stingy. I said, no, I'm not being stingy. Then we departed. We walked our separate ways. I left her in town. And then I walked back to the shop and started doing my own thing. Forget about it. Then now, the reason why I'm talking about Chantelle now is because Chantelle just recently friend requested me on Facebook. All this time she didn't friend request me, but she liked me. So I have no clue what the hell is going on now. So I just say, you know what, fuck it. I accepted it, but I'm not gonna talk to her. I don't know what to do, really. If anyone is listening to this, could you please put down on the comment section what I should do? Should I talk to her or not? I have no clue. I'm probably being a cuck here. I don't want to be a cuck. Because she was playing hard to get, or she didn't like me, but she liked me, but I have no clue what is going on. Why she added me on Facebook? We haven't met for years now, and she's adding me on Facebook. She sees me doing my own thing, I'm doing my own thing. But she added me on Facebook, so I have no clue what to do. Anyway, that's it. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, and see you later. Bye, ladies and gentlemen.